Thank you for hopping on today. I have something really special planned for you today, something that I've been working on for a while, and I think it's finally time to share it with you. It's a story about me. What's my why? Why am I so passionate about this health and wellness journey that I'm on? I think over the years I've done a pretty good job about hiding how I really feel, and because I didn't want to burden anybody, I wanted to always be positive and encouraging. But there's really a lot more to my story than what people think. And today I wanted to share that with you. And this is where it starts. I felt like I lost all hope. I gave up on myself. I did not like who I was seeing in the mirror anymore. I just felt like my body was out of control. Like there was nothing I did that seemed to make a difference. So why even bother trying anymore? Just take it as it is and move on. Growing up, I was always a skinny one. The toothpick. Granted, I was probably too skinny at times, but even in my teens, I could eat whatever I wanted and never gain a pound. But that doesn't mean that I was healthy. I was constantly getting sick. I was feeling the way that everyone feels when they're unhealthy. Extremely tired, bloated, sluggish, unmotivated, out of shape. I was struggling with candida and major sugar cravings, living off of energy drinks, sometimes more than one a day, plus strong coffee, and I'd still have to take a nap just to make it through the day. I always consider myself a pretty active person. I love sports, especially basketball. I was always playing basketball, and I walked all the time. That is until I was 17, and during a very rough game of basketball, I ended up fracturing my foot, stress fractures. And then, being stupid, I went just 4 weeks later and re-injured it, doing the exact same thing. I know, that's pretty funny, right? But because of that, it took nearly 3 years just for my foot to stop hurting. And I could not be as active as I was because of the pain that I was in. And that, combined with other problems that were going on in my family at the time, it led to occasional bouts with depression. Then out of the blue, I met this wonderful man. I was not expecting it. And we fell in love. What can I say? We married when I was 19, and I couldn't have been happier. Then going into my 20s, my metabolism must have changed. I got married young, and they say marriage makes you gain a few pounds. Well, I gained over 50 pounds. Now this was just in the first 5 to 7 years, so that's like gaining 10 pounds a year. That's just crazy. Then in 2012, my health really went downhill. A lot happened to me, including emergency surgery. I had to get my appendix removed. And that was followed very closely, just 6 weeks later, with a car wreck that really messed up my back. I had to have a lot of treatment after that to get my back in shape. And then just when I thought I was starting to feel better, I broke my wrist. Just a note, don't stand on a chair as a ladder on a hard tile floor. Yeah, so for a long time these issues were causing me a lot of pain, making it near impossible for me to work out for a solid 3 years. I tried several different diets throughout the years, definitely ones I would consider fad diets at the time. And where they did help me a little bit, I did lose some weight on them. I never felt like I was really that healthy. I just felt like I was starving my body. And then as soon as I was done with that little short period, I would gain all the weight back and then some. So it really was not working for me. I was just starving myself. And once I started eating again, it's right out the window. Plus I felt just kind of sickly when I was on them. I was losing the weight, but on the other hand, I wasn't really nourishing my body. I was starving it and just feeling weak all the time. And it didn't really do anything for my energy. I just kind of wanted to go into a little hibernation mode.
So it really wasn't good for me.
And as if I needed another kick to my self-esteem, every week somebody was asking me if I was pregnant when I most definitely was not. Sometimes those comments would just make me cry because I didn't want a child, but it wasn't happening and I was just gaining weight.
Well, as a result, I turned to comfort eating because I figured, nothing I can do about it right now anyway, so I might as well just eat whatever I want and enjoy it, right? Of course, that really is not a good solution. It only led me into more cycles of depression and feelings of low self-worth. I really hated my body image, and I really hated how I felt.
I wanted to do better, I just didn't know how or where to start. I needed a change, I needed to do something for me. And that's when I found Purium, or rather, my sister showed me.
So I found out from an amazing holistic doctor, Dr. Dana, just what I was missing. Turns out I needed to hit the reset button on my body and get a fresh start. I really needed to take control of my body, and starting by giving it the best nutrition possible. And I found that in this amazing online superfood health food store. I mean, getting it delivered right to my doorstep. Not only were the ingredients much higher quality than I've seen, but has the benefit of all of them being non-GMO, and most of them are organic certified.
I just love the idea that I can get all my fruit and veggie servings with just one power shake and one serving of apothecary. Because I don't know about you, but I have trouble buying that many veggies at once. I end up letting them go to waste before I can get to use them. So having a shake that won't turn into a moldy slime in my refrigerator after only 2 days sounds way better to me personally. Plus, the cost of veggies that get thrown out versus having a shake a day only made sense for me to try it.
I was pretty skeptical, but I decided I would jump right in with a 10-day cleanse, just, jump in head first. Yeah, my first 10-day transformation was amazing. I didn't think that I was doing that bad, but after my 10-day cleanse, I could really notice a difference. I had so much energy. I was no longer relying on coffee and energy drinks to get me through the day. After the first day, I didn't feel hungry anymore, and by the third day, I lost all my cravings for junk food. So the results from that first 10-day was that I lost 5 pounds and 4 whole inches in my waist, as well as inches in my thighs. And I got retested after, and I actually dropped 20 points on my cholesterol level. So that was really sweet. So I have to say, if you are just starting this, keep it up. It's totally worth it. And afterwards I noticed that my immune system was even stronger. It's been a number of years since I've really been sick. Yeah, so my transformation really started me on my journey. I started working out, going to the gym, being more active. I started really looking at the ingredients of the food that I was putting into my body and the ingredients of things that I was putting into my home, trying to cut out all the toxic chemicals as much as I could. So I was really making healthier choices, and I was even starting to play sports again. I was feeling hopeful, like I could really do this.
Superfoods really inspired me. I wanted to be more active. I wanted to work out. I wanted to eat healthy. And this has never happened to me before.
From Chiquita. I'm gonna be a big sister. Yay! You're gonna be a big sister. Who's the sister? Are you serious? Are you serious?
Yes, I am.
Oh my goodness.